Since 1876, there have been 20,272 Major League Baseball players. Of those, 397 were born in Canada. Former Flames pitcher Noah Skirrow wants to become number 398. When you think Canada, you usually think hockey. But for Skirrow, his passion for baseball started early.
I never played hockey, could never really skate, never figured it out. Our church actually had a trip to a Blue Jay game. Went, loved it, was sold ever since 9th or 10th grade. It became pretty apparent, like if I have a future in college athletics, it's gonna be baseball. My dream school in high school was UNC. And so I would reach out, and I was actually emailing Coach Jackson when he was there, because he was the recruiting coordinator at the time. I was sitting in a parking lot at a tournament or something, and phone rings, and it's Scott Jackson. I'm like, oh, okay, I answer it, and he's like, still would like you to play for me, just wanted to let you know it's gonna be at a different school. I just took the head job at Liberty, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I had known of Liberty, and I knew that the school would fit well for me. So it was a win-win.
In his first 2 years at Liberty, Noah firmly established himself in the starting rotation. Then as a junior, he was sailing along with a 1.96 ERA and projected to be an early round draft pick. But then, COVID. The season was brought to an abrupt halt, and the MLB draft was reduced down to 5 nerve-wracking rounds. It was a weekend Noah will never forget.
The whole draft process was by far the most stressful day of my life, and it was just absolute chaos. I was getting phone calls of like, will you sign for this amount? And it's like, well, those don't line up with what it should be. My agent's like, I can't believe this guy just signed for this in this round. It was just absolute chaos. And with it only being 5 rounds, it was one day. Normally it's 3. And it was one day done, and it was just, when it was over, it was over.
Noah wouldn't hear his name called that day. All he could do was wait.
The Sunday morning at like 9 a.m. was when teams could reach out for free agency. And I got a phone call right at 9 a.m. And by 9:30, I had 23 voicemails from 23 different teams.
Of those 23 teams, Noah would choose to sign with the Phillies. Since then, in the space of 2 years, he's experienced the entire spectrum of minor league baseball, from the rookie league all the way up to AAA.
I started in high A, which is rare. Mostly you work your way up, bottom up.
That one, check swing and a miss. He went around strike 3. Noah Skirrow looks very good out of Liberty University. That's his 5th strikeout already.
Then I got hurt, went down to rookie ball. That's a totally different world. I mean, you're playing on chain link fence fields. You're in Florida in the summer. It's brutal down there. In AA, you get guys that have big league experience.
Right-hander fires. Swing and a miss. He got him. Boy, good morning, good afternoon, good night. He fans to the side. Skirrow now has 5 in the ball game.
In order to survive in AA, you have to be more disciplined and more both on the field and off the field with your own personal stuff. You have to be more buttoned up. And then you get to AAA, and it's grown man baseball.
First pitch and pops it up to shallow center. Ali Castillo backpedaling out. The second baseman's underneath of it. He makes the catch. And that is 6 shutout innings for Noah Skirrow in his AAA debut.
Having gone through all of this, Noah is now more confident than ever that the big leagues are in his future.
I truly believe if I do my job and I take care of what I need to take care of, that it's definitely a possibility as early as this season.
And yet, he understands that nothing is guaranteed.
You can have one game where you have it all figured out, but it's like that one game's not going to get you promoted. You got to do it for a month or 2 months or 3 months. You can do everything you're supposed to, and if there's no spot for you, you don't move.
While a life in baseball is full of uncertainties, there has been and will continue to be one constant in Noah's life, and that's his faith.
There's so much that goes on that's out of your control as it is. So there's a lot of trust in, okay, Lord, like if this is what you've called me to do, I trust that you're gonna help me get there, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to be ready for when my name is called, but I trusting that when my name's called, it's you that has done the work to get me there. I don't know how guys do it without some kind of faith in the Lord and trusting that, you know, there's a hand in play in their lives that's beyond what they see in front of them.